Hello, and welcome to the Miraculous Fanworks YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to share some amazing writing prompts that server members have posted in the Writing Prompts channel. Writers, if you need a little break from your current work in progress, or if you need some inspiration, the Writing Prompts channel is sure to give it to you. These prompts have earned enough star reactions in the channel to be shared by all of our social media accounts. So with that in mind, let's get started. Before we begin, do you like how we're doing? Let us know by hitting the like and subscribe buttons below. Comments are also very much appreciated. Here's a prompt by DFC Fanfics. Marinette. Tiki? Tiki. Yeah? Marinette. About that. There in the distance. Tiki. The magical mushroom girl that's growing? Marinette. That's the one. Tiki. Okay, so do you know what happens when misuse of 16 Miraculous at once tears a hole in the space-time continuum, slashing through dimensions and giving a magical plane of existence and its millions of flying inhabitants access to the skies of Paris? Marinette. No? What? Tiki. Marinette. Tiki? Tiki. I was really hoping that somehow you knew what happens next. Here's a prompt by Elusive Muse. Cousin Shenanigans. Adrian and Felix switch places yet again, and Gabriel and Emily don't find out until Adrian's been in London for a little over a week. Our next prompt is by Seas of Silver. Adrian had made good on his promise that he made to Marinette in Shanghai to teach her Chinese. Well, eventually. There was a lot of chaos as normal with Hawkmoth running amok in Paris, especially with sentient monsters now coming into play. But it was a week or two after the battle with Miracle Queen that Marinette had approached him without her usual fumbling and unusually serious when she reminded him of that promise all those months ago. He had been more than happy to help his wonderful friend, meeting with her once a week to tutor her in the language, starting from basics, and she displayed an amazing level of determination to master it, which he admired greatly. It turned into a twice-weekly event when her mother offered to help him practice his own aptitude herself as a native speaker. He grew to relish the visits more and more with every passing day. And then, one patrol, Ladybug had turned up with an all-too-familiar workbook in hand. My crush, the boy, he has been helping me learn Chinese, and I really want to learn enough to finish decoding the grimoire from where Master Fu left off. But I have a long way to go, and I'm stuck on this exercise 8. The boy assigned for me to complete as homework, and as much as I want to solve this on my own, I also don't want to let him down, and Mama's really busy in the at work, so I don't want to bother her, but I don't know what else to do, Ladybug vented. She had tried to keep identity-revealing content away from her explanation, but it was too late for Cat Noir. He knew that notebook, even though she covered her name. He knew her handwriting, having studied it as she developed her writing skills. He knew it was her. You'd never let me down, milady, he assured. Come with me. She took his offered hand, and he led her over the rooftops to her balcony. He opened the skylight and dropped in. She followed, and he de-transformed and faced her. So, what is it you're stuck on, Marinette? Our next prompt is by Discord user S10. Gabriel, I'll give you 1 year to get married and inherit the family business. Adrian, I just need a week. Gabriel. Here's a prompt by Discord user AardvarkEating101. Su Han was merrily climbing up the side of the Dupan Chang bakery to further harass the untrained child who was given 20 world-ending weapons because everyone but her had it screwed up when he froze. Electricity surged through his veins, and his paralyzed hands lost their grip on the side of the building as he fell to the ground in a heap. Officer Raincompris was very confused as to why the elderly man was breaking into the underage girl's bedroom, but he wasn't going to take the risk, tasing the man once more before slapping cuffs on him and hauling him off to find out what on earth this was about. Our next prompt is by Mizorak. Ephemeral alternate universe, a Foxy rescue. Alia ended up learning about Cat Blanc sometime after learning Ladybug's secret identity. Because of this, when Ladybug finally got together with Cat Noir and finally clicked the pieces together, Alia couldn't help but think that, despite her ship sailing, something about all of this felt wrong. Because of this, Alia found herself as Rena Furrative, watching by Adrian's room by night. She knew Ladybug told her not to come out, but something felt off, like a truth not ready to be told yet or an illusion sounding off. Her suspicions came true when she saw Gabriel clearly overhearing Adrian's conversation, plus his shocked expression when something in the old man's mind clicked as Adrian said a nickname only Cat Noir said, yet he said nothing as he silently shut the door. Gabriel was not the type to just ignore things Adrian does, especially without his consent, so what the hell was going on? On the other hand, if Adrian did get akumatized before, what would be a better way to do so than to be driven to it by his father? At this point, Alia's newfound fox senses were screaming at her, so Alia decided to camp the whole night against any logical judgment. Taking a quick nap while Trix watched the door, Alia woke up to Trix telling her that Gabriel just asked Adrian to come with him, despite the fact that Adrian says that Natalie is responsible for waking up Adrian. Transforming, she used her illusion power to make herself invisible, and silently stuck next to Adrian as they both saw Gabriel go down a hidden elevator. Following after, Alia could barely hold in her shock as Adrian came face to face with the body of his mother and Shadow Moth. As soon as Gabriel transformed, Alia was ready. She quickly knocked him and the Akuma away, and quickly pulled Adrian to the elevator as Shadow Moth got up with anger in his face. Despite being found out, all Alia knew was that she needed to get to Marinette right away. Our next prompt is by Discord user Yellow14. Alia, how did you get that back eye? Adrian, oh, this? I accidentally walked into a punch from Marinette. Alia, really? Adrian, it's a funny story, really. Here's a prompt by King Zupu. As we know, Cat Noir greets new heroines with kisses on the hand. So, during the umbrella scene, after the umbrella closes on Marinette, he reintroduces himself and kisses Marinette's knuckles. Marinette now believes they are dating. Adrian is clueless, and some girls may be jealous. Our next prompt is by Call Me Dale. You know what? Screw Buttercup. If they won't ask out Marinette, then I will! And finally, our last prompt for today is by user Emililis. After another late-night talk with Marinette, Cat Noir grows frustrated with the way Buttercup's obliviousness is affecting her. Marinette is great. He wants to build up her confidence, but he can't date as a superhero. In the end, he tells Marinette he'll set her up on a blind date with another good friend. She's startled when she shows up for the date, and Adrian is waiting for her. Do you have a miraculous writing prompt in mind and want to share it with the fandom? Your prompt could potentially be written by writers on the server and could also be featured on our Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, and YouTube accounts. Join the Miraculous Fanworks server and drop your prompts into the Writing Prompts channel. The link can be found in the description below. Want exclusive insights into upcoming server events and news? How about access to our VIP channel and a special role on the server? Or maybe a physical copy of a vinyl sticker sent to you each month? Interested? Check out our Patreon for more information. And don't forget to stay miraculous.